Okay. Thought I would go live and shake you guys around a lot. But right now, Rob is cleaning the shop like a demon. Look, you can see all this floor. Woohoo! Floors and stuff. Just, we were in a Krampus and Snowman and Santa frenzy. So, currently, we are in makeup mode. I've got a Krampus mask to do tonight. I've got a Snowman mask that I'm working on. I'm going to go ahead and get the TV set up so I can see comments better.
Man, the 22nd is just loaded with events.
Yes.
Is it?
Crazy amount.
What all's going on?
Remember, you're telling the internet what all's going on. So
Yeah, I forgot we're on the internet.
We are now live on the interwebs.
We're now live on the internet. There's several parties, private parties and affairs. There's darkling events going on.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, there's a Dallas Zoo Lights on the 22nd.
I'm not going there. I got a corgi to go to.
Farm.
Yeah. Yeah, the one where we dress like farmers.
Yeah.
It's a fun party.
Yeah.
Remember, Rob, you're talking to the internet.
I'm gonna go milk a cow.
Talking about parties where we dress like farmers.
See if anyone's talking on the internet, by the way.
Is anybody talking on the internet? Hello, Alan and crew. Hello, David. Nice, clean shop. Thank you, Mike. Howdy,
Almost.
howdy, folks. We're getting there. We're getting there. Evening, says Michelle Schult. Scott Colehart says hi. Howdy, good to catch you on. Thank you, Fondin. Hello, hello. How are you? Glad you could join us.
Why are you doing the terrible accent all the
Why are you doing a terrible accent?
They know that you don't sound like that.
I don't sound like that.
Like a bar and you're acting sophisticated.
I'm not sophisticated. We all know that.
The new people might not.
I'm not sophisticated, I'll tell you. Almost gave him songs. Exactly.
I put my password in 6 times because my caps lock was on.
Proud of you, Alan.
He's your friend Alan. He's not your smart friend Alan.
Right. I wouldn't have gotten
Do
it
we
for
want to
less.
center this as much as possible?
Center by eye. Look, this is
It's not very.
that's rough, yo.
Yeah, I know.
And you really should have traced the outside so that it just sits on there nice.
That's what I did, and then it just didn't.
Take this off. Do it again in the rolled mat foam because that doesn't look good.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
I don't want to sell anyone anything that doesn't look good. Put the TV remote right over here too. Oh, you're welcome for the videos.
I never touched the TV remote.
Hello, Ezekiel.
Ezekiel! I don't think that man sleeps.
Well, it is all backwards. It actually is still all backwards because of the way that I have the camera. If it's not backwards, like right now the TV is on, well, the TV looks like it's on the left side of the door, I think. If I turn the camera around. Now the TV is on the right-hand side of the door. So that works? Crazy.
Crazy. That's how it
I don't know what she's saying.
She's singing Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh.
You Patsy Cline singing nerd.
I was in Patsy Cline. Sorry.
Way to eschew normal gender.
You're right.
Stereotypes, Rob.
Total gender confusion
Yeah.
going on there. That's funny.
Yeah.
Did you just question my song identity?
But if Rob actually starts singing Ozzy Osbourne, Ozzy sends him a message like, knock that off.
Stop it.
You're killing my image.
Stop it. Stop it.
This isn't for triplet dads.
Oh.
Put it down. Put the metal down.
Right.
Okay, so, oh, I was set up the TV.
Yeah, you were.
How did you not know what I was singing?
I couldn't hear it over my passive phone.
That sentence should never be uttered, by the way. For anything.
More things Rob isn't allowed to say in our own shop.
That wasn't even an innuendo.
You're still not allowed to say it.
I didn't know I was working with a bunch of Patsy Cline haters.
We're not Patsy Cline haters. We just like Ozzy Osbourne more.
Well, I'm not a hater, but I did work an area of Love is Blind where that song played over and over. Lexi, do the thing.
The TV's not on.
I know I have to use this to turn the TV on. For some reason, Rob thinks that this remote should be in Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Just sing the same song.
Alright, so what am I making the lid out
Wow,
of?
that was fast.
What?
We are streaming tonight. I just turned it on. It was there.
We should mute your computer.
TV.
Or, oh, it's your TV? Yeah, mute that, please.
Hello? Good. No echo.
So what am I making the top out of?
You're going to make the top out of the rolled foam right here. Now, of course, flat side up.
Really?
Yes.
Never would have guessed.
Come over here where you got more room.
Right? Rob took my table away.
Jerk face. How dare he?
I mean, kind of cool.
I did. That's how I could share the blame. Pass it around. And go bigger than you need it to be,
Okay.
because you can always trim it once you glue it on.
Okay. For some reason, I thought you wanted it inside, not over the top.
Over the top.
Okay.
You trim on the outside of that when you cut it out.
Got it.
Okay. She's making a snowman hat. That's what she's doing. Yeah, so the TV is awesome because it has the comments. And hello, Linda Forbes. I can look over there. Yeah, so here's what's happening. Right here is my computer. And I have the YouTube video up. Right here is the TV. And the comments from the video are going over here. So that's why we have the TV. Baba Ganoush, you missed the old cluttered garage. You know what I didn't miss? Avalanches of crap falling on me when I reach for something on the bottom. That's what I don't miss.
Did that used to happen?
It happened all the time.
I'm sure we could recreate that experience.
We don't need to.
If you miss it.
I don't need your help.
If you miss it. If Baba Ganoush misses it. We could recreate it for Baba Ganoush.
You just like the name Baba Ganoush.
I do, it's awesome.
You just want to say it 12 times fast.
Baba Ganoush. I don't think I can say it 12 times fast.
You stopped at 1, so I guess not.
Yeah. Okay.
What you got going on?
I cut bigger than it needed to be cut, and it's still too small.
Cut another one. Cut it bigger.
Okay. This is the problem I had with the first one, which is why I ended up shoving it in. Because I was like, oh, this is small.
Don't do that.
Here's your remote.
What I'm doing now is I am actually plugging in my phone, which is going to die. Oh, but hey, let me show you guys something cool that I discovered. Here. What I have to not do is I have to not knock the TV over with the air hose. I'm going to cut out like part of a shelf so the TV can fit up in there. I haven't done that yet. In here is upholstery foam and fabric adhesive. All right? And this stuff makes the best cobwebs pretty much ever when sprayed out of this sprayer. I was actually debating whether or not I should cobweb you, so I'm glad you gave me an option.
To not?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right, you ready? These are nice and thick. You look, it lays them out like a fan. You cannot beat that.
Those are pretty awesome.
Rob just cleaned the floor. Okay.
You should have coupled with Rob when he came back in.
I don't know their flammability status, so I'm not going to just reach out and cobweb a person right off the bat.
You know, being a stay-at-home dad of triplets has prepared me for cleaning your shop.
Yeah. Some cobwebs.
Thanks.
Yeah. Move the camera and show them how cool those cobwebs are.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look at those. Aren't those awesome?
Didn't even have to dirty out my spinnerette. That's a part of the spider's butt.
I know it is.
Okay.
I looked at you like I did. Like, I'm done. I'm done with your shenanigans.
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 Hello from Katy, Texas. Andrea Longoria. Hello, Bubbles.
Bubbles, 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 bubbles.
Hey, it's UK Graham.
So many bubbles. I'm so happy about this.
Aren't those cool though?
Yes.
And they're nice cobwebs. Let's say they're nice bubbles.
They're nice bubbles.
Those clowns are affecting me.
Clowns.
Yeah, and they're sticky like spider webs. Because they're made of happy glue.
They're all over my floor.
They're fairly flammable.
Hey, that'd be a faster way to clean it up.
Whoosh.
I've done that in D&D more times than I can count. Web, fireball.
Wow, spider owl.
Okay.
Spider owl?
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. I got to run to the house real quick. I'm going to take the...
No, it's December.
There is something called the Christmas spider.
There
I'm
is.
only being festive.
Well, he was talking about something else.
That's not an
Talking about something in November.
I shoot cobwebs every day.
It's
Every day.
It's no longer November.
Rob or Lexi, one of you two tell a story. I'll be right back.
The story.
Rob, tell a story.
All right. A haunt story?
Alan knows.
Preferable.
Preferably. Don't talk about what we were talking about earlier.
I don't know.
Haunt story. Video keeps lagging for me. Sorry. Hello, Nora. Hey, babe. A story. So I'm a participant in this group called Darklings Society of Dallas, and we get dressed up and go out and do silly things. This weekend, we all got dressed up and went and visited a retirement community. I was Father Christmas. I had a sugar plum fairy and a snow fairy. Then we went to the mall and wandered around there. Bubbles is Alan's connect. Yes, we are out in the country. Darkwing Duck? No, haven't done a Darkwing Duck yet, but I'm ready to get dangerous. Referencing the show.
I know you are.
So then we go to the mall, and I'm Father Christmas, and I kept people were a little weirded out. They didn't think I was Santa Claus. They thought I was something else entirely. But the cool thing of the day was we ended up riding a carousel and doing things. And then we did photos with all the Darklings sitting on Santa's lap. As soon as the Darklings were done, we happened to look, and there was a long line of kids waiting in line to sit on Father Christmas's lap and get their photos done. Which is cool because the mall Santa was charging $60 to do it. Hey, Steven.
And you were charging them nothing.
I was charging them nothing.
So you were encroaching on local business.
Wait. Just this wet blanket named Lexi. Let's poo-poo all your dreams. You did something nice for everybody? No, let me tell you how you were ruining capitalism for America. That's fantastic.
You communist pig.
I'm not a communist. I can't afford it. Communism only looks good on paper. I believe in free market capitalism. I just don't profit from it. Yet. But someday I hope
Rob has goals, and it's adorable.
I have goals. I could tell you right now that if I had been the inbred Santa,
nobody would have wanted
to sit on my lap.
Well, no, that's a lie. There are people that would have wanted to sit on your lap. You just wouldn't have wanted them on your lap.
She's accurate, man. $60 jumping Jesus on a pogo stick.
Jumping Jesus on.
I can't do a pogo stick.
No, he's saying like $60 is a lot, and using jumping Jesus on a pogo stick as an exclamation.
Yeah, $60 was a lot. In Texas, come on. Hey, what are you saying, you Aussie? Texans aren't inbred. Not Texans.
There's a little bit of inbred everywhere.
Well, if you want to get technical, there's only two people that started everything, right? I agree, Bubbles. $60 is a ridiculous amount for Coca-Cola Santa sitting in a big green chair. It's a lot of money. Because we as the Darklings were thinking we would go $60 though, man. He was a nice old Santa. I mean, I guess he waited. He was friendly. What's that?
I'd pay $60 to sit on your lap.
Zeke will? You do it for free.
What?
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 Can't solicit our viewers, Rob.
I'm not. I am available for endorsement deals.
Yeah, Nora was about to fight.
I'll see you at Transworld, Mr. Bradshaw. For sure. Let's see what else we got. $60, huh? I can use $60.
Couldn't believe that.
$60 is $60.
Rob, no.
That buys me like a month of groceries.
If you do it right.
Oh, I've got my grocery bill down to $15 a week.
You're insane.
No, I'm broke. There's a difference.
Is there?
That Santa has a secret. Thank you for your service. I'm sure thank you, Vic. I appreciate that. Yeah, it worked out well for the kids. A lot of those kids, they weren't from families who could just afford $60 for a Santa photo, so it worked out pretty well. That was my good deed for the weekend.
Good deed for the year.
For the year. I think the year's almost over.
You almost didn't make it.
Almost didn't make it. That's right. Man, why did he? Some lettuce.
Poor Rob.
Story of my life. Let's see if I can even get it out.
You want me to throw more stuff on the floor so you can
No!
something?
No! Alan will be back soon. He'll throw stuff on the floor. You don't know, Alan's a one-man wrecking crew. There should be a Toys for Tots where you bring in your old toy, the picture's free. That's a good idea, actually. Oh, no, I don't do that. Seniors love Santa, too. They did! The seniors had a really good time with all of us.
Are you sure they didn't think you were just Christmassy Grim Reaper?
I was not the Christmas Grim Reaper. But now I want to make that character.
And go visit an old folks.
Merry Christmas. Yes, I want to dress as a Reaper and go visit old folks' homes. That'd be fantastic.
I know what we're doing on Halloween. Forget haunting.
You'll fight the temptation to make a priest joke. Thank you. Appreciate that. No priests here.
Rob is ordained.
Does that really need to be all over the internet? I am ordained. I've performed a couple of marriages.
I didn't know it was a secret.
That's cute. It's not something I really advertise. Hey, Line Cook, Thor 206, Jamie Thaxton.
Line Cook 4. I don't
don't know if a retirement community really wants somebody walking around as a Grim Reaper.
They don't.
They don't.
That's why you should do it.
Am I a Jedi? No. But I do know the ways of the Force.
So you took physics in high school too, I see.
I did take physics in high school. I did not take physics in college.
Apparently astronomy is a physics course, so I'm taking physics in college.
College, I primarily focused on writing, history, and philosophy and theology.
I'm just trying to pass math.
Which explains why I have a liberal arts degree, which explains why I'm working in the haunted house industry.
Which explains why you spend $15 on groceries.
That's why I spend $15 on groceries a week. That's right. And I eat as much free food as I can possibly get my hands on.
This looks so much nicer.
What? Since you redid it?
Yeah. That looked like a dumpster fire before.
No, the dumpster fire was when you were trying to burn down the shop with the heat gun. Is it? No, Steven, no one's heard from him. I did message him. I haven't heard from him yet. Dallas Morning News showed up and photographed us.
Good times.
So how was Rob's story?
You changed shirts.
I did.
Why are you wearing a button?
It was too warm. That shirt was too warm.
My
This
story was good. I got called a Jedi.
Okay. Has anyone heard from the guy from the Dallas Morning News?
Yeah, that was a question to me.
I was in Cleveland that weekend. I know nothing.
That looks better. I want to sand it down though, just to
Yeah.
get it more, but I can't sand it down.
You can eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah. For now, spray paint it black.
Sure.
Oh wait. Yeah. Put it together. Then you'll spray paint it black.
I don't think I've ever seen you in a button-down shirt.
I wear them all the time at work.
Oh, it's a horror shirt. It's a haunt shirt.
It's a haunted house shirt.
What does it say?
It's Woods of Terror.
Woods of Terror.
Justin has a Woods of Terror shirt.
Yes.
Whoa! Hey, check that guy.
Right out of the woods.
Daddy long legs.
Where?
Right there.
I'm not in a pumpkin shirt right now. I'm in a Woods of Terror shirt.
Should we put it on the side?
Yeah, of course.
On it?
Yeah. They really hate it when you paint them down with spray adhesive.
Whoa! No, you gotta take him outside so you make it gross.
This one will pick up a frog, a spider, but won't go into a room with a frog in it.
Here you go.
No.
Here you go.
That's because she doesn't have a spider phobia. She has a frog.
Yes, Lexi's afraid of frogs. You'd like to send her stuff
No!
frogs. And
Find out where you live and I'll hunt you down. Anybody who sends me any frog
I
stuff.
don't even know where I live. You've never been to my house.
No. But you work for me, so I had your address.
Yeah.
Oh. Crap! There's that!
You didn't think it through, did you, Rob?
Yeah, but it's
No,
not like
Rob.
you'd have to try hard to find me. I'm around him most of the time.
It's true. Also, daddy long legs don't bite you, so you can just pick them up.
Did you put the other 12 pack of Coke that was over there in the fridge?
Yes.
Great.
Is that last week?
Great. Wait, does that mean I drank them? I thought I was being really conservative.
Yeah, that was the. No, you're not being conservative.
Did you pull me out of Coke?
You don't want this one that's already open and cold?
Oh,
There you go.
almost as good as a new one, I guess.
Yeah, this is the first thing I do when I clean shop is I run around and grab all your empty cans, bottles, and cups. So, are you keeping this in the shop for a reason?
Mm-hmm. That's for clay.
Okay.
It's a
It's a clay
mass
press.
clay extruder.
It's a French fry maker, but
It's a mass clay extruder.
it's a French fry maker.
That'll work great on clay. Hey, Rob,
Yes, sir.
why don't you go ahead and organize those patterns and put them in the filing cabinet? I bet you threw away our finger shields.
What?
Make another.
No, I did not throw those away because I used them. So, I'll just rose.
Where's our Dremel?
It's where it's
In the
supposed to.
Dremel drawer.
I don't know where that drawer is. Because I could use that.
Hey,
The idea of spray paint, same thing, but we can sand it and break away.
Be very careful because that can get away from you. And it'll do more damage than good.
Got it.
gently, gently. Krampus sleeves. Please tell me Stacy wrote on these.
Hello, Jamie Paxton. Hello, Nora.
That's okay. Krampus head. If no fur, add 6 inches.
I should have run clear through the airbrush before I put stuff in it. I didn't.
Will this sand it down? Or this is too soft, right?
No, no, no.
It will?
That's too soft.
Oh, it takes it.
What you want is the grinding stone, not the. Yeah. Grinding.
But I can't figure how to. There we go. Nope.
All right, this is a great chance for a lesson. Come here. Right over here. All right, so this is a Dremel. And a lot of people have this problem with Dremels. They don't know how to change the bits out. This is the button.
I was pushing it.
Hold the button down, and then this won't.
Got it.
So now you can screw it and unscrew it. There's this button right up here. If you hold it, it won't just spin. You can't just click it and then think it went into a mode. You gotta, it's a mechanical thing.
Okay.
Here, I got you this.
Thank you.
And now when you screw it down, hold the button in, righty-tighty, and it works good. Always work on these plugged in, but not turned on.
Okay.
You don't actually have to work on plugged in. That's probably really dangerous.
That's why I didn't plug it in.
It's at least semi-dangerous.
I have a scar from a grinder because of that.
Yes, Lexi is making a top hat for the Snowman. This Ooster Snowman. And the issue is that this has black in it.
I love that robe though. I think though you're right about taking about 2 feet off. That make a huge difference. You want a snowman?
It has to be a snowman. Like literally that's what the order is for.
Ah! Useless.
I just have some like blue metal flake ink in here, and I'm hitting the snowman just so it has a little bit of that sparkle to it. The snowmen, unlike vampires, ought to sparkle. If your vampire sparkles, you have a problem.
Sure.
If your snowman sparkles, it's magical.
And then spray paint it black.
Yep.
See you, red door.
I would use like the plastic, black plastic there.
Okay.
The black leaf seal. Alright, so I'm gonna check it out. I have a master of this that I made, Snowman, that I'm checking it against. This Erst Doom Master Snowman. So I'm looking at it. Okay, I have enough blue on it. His teeth are set. I think we're ready for a little bit of ice on Mr. Snowman.
Harry Beansky asked, are you going to use hot glue to put icicles on the hat?
No, not hot glue. I'm going to use clear silicone caulk. I'm going to use crystal clear silicone caulk, which looks amazingly like icicles. Hot glue is okay, and when you see hot glue icicles, you look at them and you know, oh, they want to make icicles. What are you doing? Don't do that.
It fell. It went.
What is the carrot made of?
It's made of fake carrot. I bought the carrot at Hobby Lobby, which is a craft store near us. They make good-looking fake carrots. They're not that expensive, so I bought them. I did not feel the need to make a carrot. I could have made a carrot, but I would rather make monsters. Someone is already good at carroting, therefore I will let them carrot. Well, I think that the sharp top hat is also a hot hat. What's the question?
Is this black?
Did you read to see if it was black? Because I bet it's black cherry.
Didn't know there was an option.
You have to read the can.
Oh.
All right. Look at the barcode. It's always right by the barcode. Always. And if you read the bottom, it always says it on the bottom of the spray paint can too. Which I didn't know the bottom trick until a person watching one of our videos. Rob, I almost sent you to get something out of the glove box of my Juke, but if I did, you'd be gone a while because that's a dark hour in Plano.
Yes. And if I'm driving there, I'm staying there.
See how clear this caulk is? Very clear. Okay. I have my icicle stuff prepped, but I actually want to put the hat on first because when the hat is on, it's going. Did you cut the hole out for the head?
No.
I was just curious.
You didn't say that part.
That's how hats work.
I didn't.
My help is not helping.
Just can't get good help these days. There's just webbing everywhere.
Also, how did you get the rustiest, dirtiest possible cutting knife that one could find in my shop?
It was on the floor.
Yeah, we always use knives off the floor.
Picked it up and put it on the table. I wasn't using it.
If you see one of these that looks this bad, throw it away. Don't put it on the table.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Now you can put your hand inside it when you paint it.
Wow. Yeah.
I had
She didn't cut out a head hole.
There must have been some magic in that old top hat.
Figured if it was going on a mask, you didn't need a head hole.
Actually, it was magical light from the last guy who wore the top hat. That's what the story is, doesn't tell you.
What?
It was lice in the top hat.
Magical ice?
Magical lice.
Oh.
And when they put them in Snowman, the magic transferred into them. What? Snowman. But I'm going to show you guys some icicles anyway. So this type of silicone caulking is for gutter repair most of the time. Like this says, flexible all-purpose waterproof sealant. This is a urethane. It's not actually silicone. It says it adheres to wet. You guys can't read this because it's backwards. But yeah, it's good stuff. I'm going to put some icicles on this shelf. Here could use some icicles.
For Rob to clean up later?
Peel off. I'm laying a bead down of caulk. And I'm going to, as I lower it, I'm going to let it out silicone. You want to make sure you pull it straight down, because that's what's going to give you a good icicle look.
I'm gonna go check the house, see if there's any more trash.
Okay.
You know, I started wearing an apron, and for some reason, now that we're
Now you want to make cookies?
I hardly ever get latex on. Like, oh, here's an apron, be careful. You got schmutz on your face, by the way.
I'm aware. It looks like, at this point, it will end up.
Okay, so let's take a look at those icicles up close. I see them up close. I'm going to let you guys do it. Tell me those don't frickin' look like icicles. Well, let's get this out of your way. Icicles. Let's do one more while you're watching. Now, there's a limit to how long these guys can go. Except you could come back and add another layer after this is fully cured. See, I'm just letting that stretch out on its own. So they're not super long icicles, but then this piece that you have hanging off of your thing, you can just make it another icicle.
Do you want me to trace out the snowman hat on paper or finish the whole?
Snowman hat on paper. I put a little bit of moisture on my finger. That means I licked it. And now I'm just blending those two together. See those icicle-y icicles? Oh, that makes me happy. Okay. I digress. I guess I don't digress. I just waited. All right. So we now have a finished hat. Finished is a strong word. Very wet. We'll call it moistened. Yeah, so this is the top hat that has been painted. I have to use a heat gun and straighten that back out. She curled that a little bit, but it's all right. Let me put this on a post. Hey, Lexi.
Yes.
Could you bring that white fan over here? Put it on this table for me.
Yeah.
The hat, so it'll dry.
You got it.
And actually, I think that I'm going to join you on pattern duty because I have another mask shell to make for a snowman. You're working over here, and I'll work over here.
So am I throwing this out?
Yes.
I mean, I could break it off.
Throw it out.
No,
It's rusty the whole way.
Yeah.
Michelle, yes, you could do them on a sheet and pull them off later. I would do it on a Silpat baking mat.
Pretty good find.
Yeah.
Dankeschön.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite.
Yes. The raspberry ones? So good.
Tell a story, Lexi.
I don't have any stories. Is it possible to do? I'm pretty sure the icicles you could do them on a sheet, then peel them off and apply them later. Yeah. So, I started playing this board game. I've never played like an intense D&D type board game or anything before, called Gloomhaven. And I'm playing this mage and it's cool. Rob's part of my group, and the first dungeon run we did, everybody died except me, and my character's supposed to be like the most fragile character. But somehow I lasted longer than everybody else, so that was cool.
What'd you last longer at?
In Gloomhaven.
I see.
I don't lead a very interesting life.
Okay. You decided to tell them a story about a video, about a game you play.
About a board game, yeah.
About a board game.
That's all I got right now.
Your story. Okay. Well.
Right now I'm doing finals, so my brain is focused on remembering facts until tomorrow, and then I can forget them all.
What school? What class is your final for?
I have my history of theater final, and my U.S. government final.
Theater final?
History of theater.
History of theater final. What kind of questions do you expect they will ask?
They're not asking questions. We have to write a modern morality play, and then have the class perform it.
What is yours about?
Mine's sad.
Okay.
So the premise of a morality play is essentially one of the plays they did in the day when they had guilds in their mobile play carts. You had your mystery plays, which were the stories of the saints. You had your pageant plays, which were the stories of...
This is a very complicated pattern.
Looks it. I traced, this is a dumpster fire, me tracing. Okay. Talking and tracing at the same time is hard.
Talking and tracing at the same time is hard.
For me. But anyways, we had to write a morality play, which is basically like a modern version of a medieval version of an Aesop fable.
Okay.
So mine is about how kindness goes a long way. And my friend died on Friday, so I kind of wrote it as a tribute to him.
What friend died on Friday?
A friend I went to high school with, his name was Jake Durkin. He died in a car accident.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So I wrote about, kind of about him and him being just kind to people and how it changed lives. Because that's kind of all I could think about when I was trying to write it. Told you it was sad.
Kind of sad. Sadder if I knew him, granted.
True.
Oh. So good. Hey, so the piece that I don't trust, what do you do with it?
It's somewhere.
It's on the floor.
Oh.
Did you make a new one?
That, you know, no. I found not trusting it works the best. I found that is the best course of action.
So everybody who is watching, yeah, we're just making stuff. It's kind of what we do. I am making and putting together a Snowman helmet, which actually looks a lot like a Ninja Turtle head.
One day it will be.
One day it will be, yes, that is Lexi's master plan.
That's my master plan.
So that's what she aspires to. We're gonna make a Ninja Turtle for Lexi. And there's several pieces. The way that I got this pattern was I sculpted what I wanted out of tin foil. I then covered it in masking tape. And from it being covered in masking tape, I cut that off. And then basically I cut that apart until it was able to lay flat. And once it lays flat, well then you have a pattern. And all these little marks right now are ones that'll help me line it up. Because foam needs to stretch and stuff, so. What you doing, Rob?
Taking off my thing. I'm about to leave because I got errands to run.
Oh, you're not staying till 10?
No, that's fine.
Crap. I was about to have you do this.
Huh?
I was about to have you work on this guy.
Sorry.
What time is it?
It's 10. It's 9.
Gotcha.
I got some things I gotta get done. I want to go home and see. I want to get done. Sorry. My little review. I have to pin my patterns to foam where I mess up the tray. Shaky hands.
Well, I should, but I wing it.
Because you're crazy.
We do it with Sharpie, so it's usually the line is so thick. It doesn't really matter.
What doesn't matter?
The lines,
Yeah.
they don't have to be as precise.
Don Quixote. Nice.
And you have to write everything you wrote on the pattern on the piece. And like I said, I made them out of tin foil first. Well, that layer of tin foil sometimes will stick to the back of these things.
Eventually, you have Lexi trace it with you.
TJ, I've tried pinning patterns to the foam before you trace it,
Yeah, I do it.
and that it can help.
It helps greatly. I like fast.
I will pin patterns to fabric, but foam holds its shape so well, I'm not really worried about it wrinkling up on me.
I'm not worried about wrinkling up, but if your hand's shaking up while you're trying to trace it, you can move the pattern, the whole pattern.
I always recommend pinning it down.
That's happening.
Yeah, if you pin it down, it doesn't happen. 2 little pins is all it really takes.
Now, I don't think you're going to be able to pick this out. Maybe. That bag with your pothole repair kit.
Where did we put the hole punch you can use since we moved all the patterns?
Rob?
I put it in general tools. I assume,
Oh, don't do that.
No, that goes with all the patterns.
I
That's
assume it's this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Top of the filing cabinet.
I sat there and held that forever trying to figure out what it was.
And I've showed you twice.
No, you've never shown me
I have 2.
that.
I have video proof that I've shown it to you.
This?
Yes,
I would like to see that proof.
I know what it is. Watch Shop Hangout Night number 27.
Holy
I showed you.
I don't believe you either.
Because I've never.
It's to do this.
Yes, I get that. I see what it's for now.
Okay. Da-da-da-da.
Now I see.
And because I want, this is 1/2 of the helmet, these pieces. So what I'm doing is I am doing both of them. Yeah, I'm putting one down and I'm flipping it for left and right.
So do you not want any patterns in the top drawer? You want
Sure.
that for tools?
Patterns is fine, but I would like to organize them so like all of the stilt costume stuff is on one, all of the Christmas stuff is on another, you know?
All the Krampus stuff and horns is in the top row.
Okay,
And then and like robes and stuff, and snowman pattern and stuff like that's the same.
gotcha.
They're all rare.
Like in the future, it might be like EVA or whatever.
Right. Makes sense. There's also paper patterns that I think were for some of the robes you did in the beginning in the third drawer. So there's all that. And I don't see bright-eyed bush still.
Okay.
I got here 5:30.
Oh, okay.
I think a shop looks not better.
Does look better. You did not screw this up.
Oh, thanks. I'm getting better at that.
Well, in theory. What'd you screw the pooch on at work today? I'm like, man, you really screwed that up, Rob.
Nothing.
Oh, cut that box.
Oh yeah, that.
Rob was all nothing. He's like, oh wait, yeah, that.
It was a simple fix. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye, internet land.
I am here till 10.
Yeah. We got stuff to do. Okay.
I could type up that play before tomorrow.
This side's always the harder side because you're trying to trace,
Backwards.
yeah, all the stuff and make sure you get it in the right spot while it's flipped over. Bottom mouth. Okay. And you see one sheet is good enough where I'll be able to have everything on this head on this one sheet. I do recommend holding, putting these down with pins. I am a fairly confident fellow. I don't worry too much about it. If we screw up, we shall grandly improvise. Make sure everything traced through. A little light. A little light. F. B.
Sounds like you're cussing while trying not to cuss.
B. F. B. B.
F and B and the B.
F this, B that. Brow. Like especially like what, like would you know what part of the face that was? You know, that's really tough. That's why you write stuff like crown and brow. And now I know it's going to go right about here. You know, one of those deals. Oh, I only did one side. I got to do both sides. Now, what you ought to do is do your biggest piece first, so that do your biggest pieces first, because
Should I trace out a bucket?
yeah, do it, and we don't have to remember to trace the bucket every time.
So,
Yeah, if you do your big ones first, you can fit the little ones in around it, whereas I might not have enough space. Hmm?
this size?
Yeah.
Okay. Just double checking.
Okay. So a slight bit of poor planning on my part. Now, I remember there being 8 pieces to this. Was that the horn that I kept having trouble with? 7. Don't know. And now have I, these two are the ones I need to do. Ooh. Might be in a situation where I'm missing a piece of the pattern, in which case I would look in here and not see. This pattern making, to say that it has changed my life, is very true. You can just do a lot of things now that you couldn't do before, that I couldn't do before, except for doing them in a very difficult way.
How did you used to do stuff like this before?
Just cut it and shape it by hand until I got what I needed.
So your pattern making was just that trial and error. Did you take an original piece apart to get a pattern?
Yes, I sculpted this in tinfoil. I sculpted this in tinfoil, and once I sculpted it, I put masking tape all over it, and that's why one side of these has tinfoil on them, the other side has masking tape, because I made a whole sculpture out of tinfoil. I did that for the horns. I mean, anything I make like this, it's normally how I do it. Could I do this over a clay sculpture? Absolutely.
It wouldn't ruin the integrity of the clay?
Well, I don't really care. It's made for a pattern. But it's just tape.
I'm saying it wouldn't mess it up while you're taping it.
It is a little more malleable, but it's not to such a degree you can't run a piece of tape on it.
Keith Runick says hello.
Hello, Keith.
Bonnian says I typically use 1, 2, 3 metal blocks to hold my patterns down faster than pins and easier than using my hand to hold pieces in place.
Yeah, those are good. Those little setup blocks. Prop works. Prop. A channel that I watch uses those. But normally, if I need something, I'll just pin it down. But a lot of the times, I don't think I need it.
Okay.
Let's do this one flipped first.
Yeah. Should I trace this and say don't trust this piece?
Trace it just big, like go like an inch around it. Trace it big.
Okay.
I like that board for doing patterns.
I like it. I'm always afraid I'm going to get a terrible, awful paper cut.
That's an interesting fear to have.
Yeah. That'd be just like a cardboard cut.
See, I don't even think paper cuts are that bad. But
Paper cuts aren't. Cardboard cuts are.
I made a cardboard chainsaw once. And I made blades out of Post-it notes. It was my paper cut chainsaw, which people actually ran from that. It didn't work. I just made the noise with my mouth. Chainsaw noise. And
We're talking like this much bigger, right?
yeah. Say this is big, you'll have to trim it down.
It's not going to be wide enough.
Okay, I don't see me getting two of these guys. in here. Maybe. Es posible. Okay. And I've got a little nip is going to be out of this sucker, but I know that the way that I skin this, no one will ever know. And being able to get this out of one sheet of foam would be really nice. As a maker of things to sell, you have to think about cost. What are these things costing you? What, dang it?
Why does it just trace backwards?
What do you mean it's traced backwards?
That'll be fine. But
I don't even know what you mean. What did you do?
so in my brain, this is the front of the piece. This is the front of the piece.
Uh-huh.
I should have traced it that way. It'll still work.
I have to get a scrap piece of foam because I can't fit this onto there. Ah! I'm glad Rob's not here because he would really enjoy me screwing that up. What I get on Rob about, in the middle, rest the whole piece of foam, wasted. I don't think he does that anymore, but he probably still does. Luckily, if you pick on Rob for something long enough, he will fix it. I'm going to spin the hat. I think the hat's drier-ish. Got a fan on it. Perfect. So I have to trace it this way. I think I can use this little piece over here. Lexi, what was cut out of this piece?
A snowman hat.
A snowman hat, that's right.
Looks like Rob did it.
Why does it look like Rob did it?
Because everything's in the middle.
It's kind of in the middle.
Can I fold this? Because this won't fit in here otherwise.
How much bigger did you make it?
This is the brim.
Oh. Cut it in half and then tape it together so it folds cleanly on the tape.
So fold it in half, cut it on the fold, and then
No, cut it in half. So you fold it, you're going to bend the shape of it.
me cutting in half is a bad idea.
Okay, so why don't you let me do that?
Okay.
Let me finish tracing this one piece.
Remember last time I cut something in half?
No. Was it nowhere near half?
It was the snowman suit,
Oh.
and I broke geometry.
You did. That's right. None of it. She cut it cleanly in half and nothing lined up. It's like she cut through lines and then those lines pretended they didn't know each other. You're going to label this just like this piece.
Yeah, I can do that.
And I will show you how to, well, I'm going to show our viewer. I'm giving you this.
Okay.
Come over here.
Bringing it to me.
Yeah, well, I'm handing it.
Yeah.
Bringing is a strong word. I didn't really get up.
There was a pin in that.
Oh, in the other room then.
Found it in my finger.
So I'm just going to cut this in half. It does not have to perfectly in half. It just has to fit inside of this envelope. I want to pretend it's back together. Grab some packing tape, which I know I have because I packed up a bunch of stuff this morning. I shipped out so many things today.
Right.
I spent so much money in postage. It's not even funny. It's terrible. It makes me sad.
People should just come here and pick their stuff up.
Yeah. But I should just drive in, pick it up. Or, you know, if I didn't like have a job, I would gladly drive around the country and deliver things.
Would you?
It's like, yeah, when do you open? All right, I'll guess that. That'd be great. Come on.
Do you want this marking where there's a line in the middle of the two?
No. Okay, so I'm making a tape hinge on this so that I can just fold it over. To make a nice tape hinge, you tape both sides, but I tape this one when it's folded. That way it's out of the way and I'm not trying to stretch it.
Alright. You want me to cut it out?
Yes. Since you're not busy,
Cut the rest out?
cut this out. This is too thick for scissors, so you'll need a blade. You have comments?
Yeah.
So now, this is, it's on a tape hinge, but it'll fit inside the envelope because, you know, it'll lay flat. It'll fit inside the envelope, you can fold it up.
So, it's funny how kids play mats end up as evil snowmen. I thought of an idea, maybe a corpse like melted snowman might be cool looking too.
A corpse melted snowman?
Corpse like melted snowman.
Okay, so is it a corpse inside of a snowman and it's melting away and showing the body?
No, I think
Or
it's
is
like
it,
a dying
it's a
snowman.
dead snowman?
Like a dead snowman.
Isn't that a puddle of water?
It's not.
Isn't a snowman corpse like a puddle of water?
Well, isn't a completely decomposed corpse just a puddle of bones?
And we put those in haunted houses.
But we also put decomposing corpse in haunted houses.
So, like a half melted pile of snow?
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing a good job defending this person's ideas.
That's what I'm here to do.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea.
Somebody's laying fiberglass over a balloon?
Why would you lay fiberglass over a balloon? Do you hate yourself? Fiberglass is not for happy people. Yes, kids' playmats end up as evil snowmen. Absolutely. Right now, Dr. Mac, we're making a snowman. I'm going to hop on cutting out two. I think I'll cut that in half. So that way Lexi can cut some and I can cut some.
make a round body shell?
I used a beach ball, and I used the beach ball as the pattern. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm just gonna cut this.
Do we need to get more knife?
I'll buy more later.
Are you gonna make that afterwards so we can do the stuff?
Yes, I'll run through that with you here in a bit.
Okay.
Just 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Snowman hat pattern will now go back.
Do you want to keep these just in
No.
case?
Did you copy them well?
I believe so, but
Then garbage them.
okay.
I bought a filing cabinet, and the filing cabinet is where I keep all my patterns now. And could you put these back where they belong?
Rob hates me, and put it away without envelope.
Well, you've met Rob. One thing that you want to do that I didn't really do the best job
And in
at.
fact, do exactly just that.
Yeah. Put an empty envelope in there.
Yep.
Rob likes done better than he likes good. Which side would you rather cut out? This side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. This side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces, but they're smaller.
Pick a side. I don't care.
Wait, if you get this one, then you have 7 and I have 7. And then we're even except for the whole smaller bit. Just using a Clicko X-Acto blade. It's not an X-Acto, it's a box cutter. X-Acto's a brand name. And these are made in China, I know. And you'll notice I'm not cutting out one piece at a time. I'm cutting one fluid line to cut the bottom off of 4 pieces at once. Now I can go in and start individualizing all these cuts. You know what? I have to turn in my classes for Transworld tonight.
Have you decided what classes you're doing?
Yes. I want it to be a surprise. I'm doing a lot of rough cuts right now. I'm cutting one side or two sides of a piece and getting that cut out of the foam. Stacking it up, and then I should have like one little nib to cut off, and then those are done. Lexi, how are you doing on your cutting out?
I got one done already.
You have one done already.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so I have an Alexa in the shop now, and sometimes when I say Lexi, Alexa thinks I'm talking to her. So I might change that to computer.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Can you change to anything?
No, you have a couple of options that you can say, and she'll use those, but you can't just change her name to whatever, or else they would all be named Jeeves.
I miss that, Jeeves.
Oh, you were one of them, huh?
Hi, me.
You liked Ask Jeeves because it came out when you were what, 9, and Jeeves would go fetch it for you.
I remember using it in elementary school.
Oh my gosh, you used Ask Jeeves in elementary school. Microwaves weren't invented when I was in elementary school.
How's it feel being older than they're down?
So old like fart dust. You just try and shoot.
Because that was sound effects.
So,
That was recording dust sound effects.
you forgot this tiny key. All right, so I have my 7 pieces all cut out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I can help Lexi with some of her pieces. Okay. Thanks.
The rest of these are all joined together. And I have a tendency to cut at an angle.
You got to cut slower to concentrate.
Yeah.
I respect that decision.
The second I try to go fast, I just cut at an angle.
I'll finish that piece out for you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I messed that one up. Is this the one that you cheated on?
Let's get a little corner nip off of it.
Yeah.
It's on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Lexi.
You're welcome.
Where does the saying, "Is this the mountain you want to die on," from?
Never heard that song.
Okay, so it has to do with like people in a fight, you know, because like they know they're going to win. So, like if I was talking to my wife and I said, "Honey, this food tastes nasty,"
Oh, okay, yeah, that.
she would say, "Is this the mountain you want to die on?" Because
You have zero.
yeah, it's like that. Is that what you want to fight about? Is that
I've never heard that expression.
is that your
before.
choice?
So I have no clue.
Okay, well you're not helping me.
Alexa, where is the saying, "Is this the mountain that you wanted to die on," come from?
Well, that's a lot of work for her.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
See,
It was worth a shot.
Alexa's a very polite and courteous blonde woman.
Is that so?
Not that I don't know a lot of really capable blonde women. I do, actually. Okay. I am, we're done-ish.
Did I miss cutting out a piece?
Angle much?
Yeah.
This one's angled the other way. Exciting. She likes to make my life exciting. She also caught a heat gun on fire earlier today. That was awesome. He had served us well for many years. Would you put that with the apocalypse foam?
Yep.
I'm gonna call your busted hat top #1 garbage.
Sounds like fun.
Let me get that out of the way. Lexi, have you ever put together a snowman?
I have not. Am I about to?
Are you wanting to learn, or
I am always open to learning.
are you intimidated by the snowman?
I am intimidated, but I'm always open to learning.
So what's funny is, now that I have this, I'm going to move the table over here so we can actually see the screen from where we are. Watch this. I'm going to mess with 20 people at once. Alexa, play Hotel California.
Hotel California by Eagles on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop. See, now I quietly went and stopped mine. That's funny that I set yours off. Don't those who have an Alexa feel like you're being recorded 24/7?
I think you technically
For the record, you're talking to me and I'm on camera quite a bit of my life already. Grab yourself a brush.
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 For what?
Brush.
Still playing.
What are you laughing at?
Somebody put the lyric.
Oh. The best Eagles song, hands down, is "In the City." In the city. That's a good one. Eagles has some hits, though, you know.
Is this how we make giant horns?
Well, I actually have scimitar horns that I did, but they're so big I can't ship the mask.
Huh. Guess you'll have to sell it to someone local.
Yeah.
You hear that? It's got a scimitar mask that if you're local.
The scimitar horn, or
Why would I use a brush when I got this?
you can use that. I put it on as a thinner layer. because I want it to dry a little faster.
Okay.
So, but right now I'm going it through and I'm doing all the V's.
Okay.
If it's a V, I am doing it. You doing it well?
What did I do?
So, contact cement, you always have to put it on both sides. Ah, and I see one that wasn't cut out, a little V up here. I'm in a Christmas mood because I have been making Krampuses and snowmen and inbred Santas out the wazoo.
Out the walls.
Yes. I never heard of in the wazoo. Like I've got this lodged in my wazoo, but out the wazoo, you hear that all the time. And I think I know what they're referring to when they say wazoo, but
They never refer it to was.
yeah.
These are ones.
So now all the pieces that don't have it, I just
I'm almost trying to break contacts in that.
Sweet, I want to watch and film it.
Well, it's filming.
Contact cement. Hey, would you hand me a new soda out of the fridge, please?
Much for being conservative.
Face is conservative.
Is it?
And I'm just hitting all these V's so they'll dry. I know I have to do them all, so I'm kind of prepping them all. I'm not letting these get too cold though, because
Alan was keep gunning the remote.
Go for it. That was, wasn't it?
Yeah, you were. And so I was like, oh! The contact cement after trying has so many uses. Really glad I learned about it watching your videos.
You know what? It really does. Contact cement is pretty amazing as far as materials go. It's another thing. If you learn to use it well, it'll give you a whole bevy of techniques.
Does the contact cement work as a hard coat over foam?
Yes, but not a great one. It does.
I'm gonna start gluing together these practice lines
Okay.
while I'm here. Until you tell me what to do next with Snowman.
Well, I'm just kind of I'm showing you the process.
Yeah.
If we had two cut out, then I could
Yeah.
show you another one, but. Okay, and that, just those, gives it a nice dish and gets you started. Alexa, you did not cut this very straight.
Sorry.
And that's why you have to be careful with scissors, because scissors, they tend to cut on an angle. So that how they're ground, how their blades work.
Yeah, I tend to get more straight cuts when I use scissors. Because of how I hold the scissors, because I hold everything at an angle.
Hold on. You know you're using those scissors upside down, right?
Yeah.
Show them how you're holding the scissors, as if like, just like if a gangster would hold his gun sideways or to cut something with scissors, that's how he would hold them.
I feel judged.
You should feel judged. Oh, you gotta go check the computer. Our TV went off, which was showing me comments. Do you know the Wi-Fi password?
Same capitalization technique?
Yes. Ha-ha!
Nope, I don't remember it.
Capital M. You know the rest of it?
Kind of. Is there one?
You know the root word, right?
Yes.
1 exclamation point.
Got it. There we go.
Okay.
I always use plastic dip for foam. I put a layer of auto body filler over foam. Keep
You know what? What I've been doing is I've been using either epoxy, West Epoxy Fast System 205, or I have been using liquid nails, which works really well. So these two both say center back,
Yes.
and that's the back of the head.
I'm
And if you look, these will line up pretty well when you do it.
Is this the one you keep forgetting to take a picture of once it's together?
Yeah.
Okay, so we gonna take a picture of it by the time we get this one together?
We'll see. Yeah, the great thing about the contact cement is it will actually cure into like rubber, basically. So it's not as flexible as some other things. So that's why I said it's not quite the best coating for EVA. But it does work, you know, pretty well.
It's also sticky, so if you coat it, the whole project will be sticky.
And now I'm looking, like I and I, these are right across from each other. So I know that these two are going to go together, so I'll do these guys next.
Okay.
Anything on the inside, anything along that center line, these are the ones I want to put on first. Mouth and mouth, these guys. And see, and I lettered them, so N goes with N right there. See? Ding, ding.
Okay. That's kind of, because the Grimace horns, I kind of figured out how to put together. Little instruction.
See how she just worked in that I'm a bad instructor? She just like slid that in there.
I didn't
Like,
say
figure out
that.
put the cramp horns together with a little instruction. Thanks, butthole.
If that's what I meant, that's what I would have said.
Where's the other one of these?
Okay, where's that one? But I maybe move it over here with the horns.
Looks like this. It says brow and crown on it.
Yep. Yep. So he's got over here. Okay.
Where it said do all of these first. Well, one V was escaping me. So while I'm kind of waiting on that one, I'll actually heat gun those two. This one also needs heat gunned. So it has a bit of curve to it, so I want to make sure the piece is warm also. Center back to center back.
What are we putting together? I'm putting together horns, Alan is putting together a snowman head.
Yes, this is the base helmet that I build a snowman mask off of. Which you don't technically need, but it just gives me the basic shape. And then I can build up on top of that to make it look nice and snowy. So that's the back of the head right there. Back of the head, and this comes up into the sides. Let's look at these eye pieces. I want those to be warm because again, it's got a little bit of a curve to it. Both of us are putting together patterns that we made here in the studio. These are our patterns for our products. Like, I use those a lot on Krampus masks, the horns. See, that's an eyepiece being put together. And now, this is the back of the head, so I know that those won't fit together. Yeah, because that's an FF. Those are going to go right there. Let me see if I can get this one put together. Okay. And now, these guys are going to go together. Yep, I think that's true. Would you give me a squirtle of sticky juice in there? What time is it now?
9:50.
9:50?
Oh, yeah, it's 9:50.
Where does the time go?
Oh no, without Rob complaining.
I'll get
Go
this.
buy some
No
fast.
kidding.
I wonder if Rob watches these when he's not here.
No.
I do.
You do? You do. I've seen you on. I'm always like, dang, that girl's lonely.
I just like constant chaos going around me.
Well, you come to the right place, madam.
It adds to the chaos if I have this on in the background while I'm doing things. Although I don't normally listen to what's going on half the time because I'm focusing on other things.
See, and now that it's a little warm, this foam will go together a little better. And right now I'm using the flatness of the table to make sure that my pieces are aligned. And I have that where I want it. I'm going to hit it with the glue gun, with the heat gun a little bit, just so it's not going to fight it. I didn't have this quite warm enough in my opinion. So it's fighting it. It's got tension in it. And if you get this nice and warm, then there's no tension. And it'll take that new shape even better. That is coming apart a little bit.
Does it snow where we are?
It will snow enough to cover the ground maybe once every 2 years. So yes, technically it does snow.
But it doesn't.
It's more like it's slushies, because it's rare that we get snow.
It'll ice.
Yeah, we're gonna get ice.
We get ice. We don't really get snow, we get ice. I've lived here most of my life, and I can remember all 3 times it snowed in the past 20 years. Or something like that.
Okay.
Night, Michael J. Lassiter.
Good night, sir. I think we have a problem.
What?
Brow F, brow F. I think this one was the exact same one, was copied twice. Also, heat will take this apart. Yeah, I want to grab another piece of foam. Make sure it's
Well,
good
you
and
can
thick
just
like
flip it
this.
the other way around.
Yeah, for this piece I can flip it.
Yeah. Because you're covering it anyway. You're texturing, right? You're not framing completely.
No? Oh, my face in it. But
Yeah.
I'd rather them see my work than my face.
Well, you can have both. Turns out. Land of the Lost was awesome.
What?
Land of the Lost.
What do they say about Land of the Lost?
I don't know. They were talking about it, and apparently it creeped one of them out. Creeped to keep that. I thought it was awesome. Then again, growing up, like my favorite shows were like H&R Puff and stuff, and Lidsville, and Electro Woman and Dyna Girl.
Electro Woman and Dyna Girl.
Electro Woman and Dyna Girl.
Was that on like?
It's they're all Sid and Marty Krofft shows.
Okay.
All of them. We had like the box set of all of them, of like the best hits, and I watched that box set so many times.
Yeah. Okay, so this piece confuses me. I'm gonna leave it alone for a bit. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to mouth. Let's go to the mouth. Let's go to the mouth. Let's all go to the lobby, but that doesn't work.
Low budget, unintentional Saturday morning horror. That's Sid and Marty Krofft show. That's what I watched. Did you ever watch H&R Puff and stuff?
No.
It was awesome when you were a kid.
I was angry that Sigmund the Sea Monster wasn't like a sea monster.
He was adorable!
And that was my problem with it.
I loved it.
That, and I also did not like Scooby-Doo. You know why I didn't like
Because
Scooby-Doo?
the monsters weren't really monsters.
Because the
They were
monsters
people.
weren't monsters. They were always people in disguise. I'm like, you know what?
It teaches you lessons about life, Alan.
No, it doesn't. Because there's real monsters out there. We ain't found them yet.
There's also a lot of people in disguise as monsters.
Thank you, Scott, for posting the helmet making video. Appreciate that.
I didn't ever watch The Great Space Coaster or Giggle Snort Hotel.
Giggle Snort Hotel. I don't know. I've never heard of that one.
It's not Giggle Snort, it's, I guess, Giggled Snort?
But we don't know that one. Now, I know that mouth and eyes meet up.
Horror Beauty FX likes their monsters to look like monsters.
Yeah. Oh, EE. See? So
I like
this
my
goes.
monsters to be cute.
This goes this way. Wonderful. This makes clear, perfect sense to me.
Clear as mud.
Clear as mud. What? My name is what? What?
The King of Monsters trailer, aka Godzilla, looks amazing. I'm pumped, was a huge Godzilla fan also.
I'm still a huge Godzilla fan. I am very excited about said trailer. I really wanted to see King Kong in it, but I'm holding out that they're going to do King Kong versus Godzilla after Godzilla King of Monsters, which kind of tells me that King Kong is the real champ because Godzilla has to wade through all the other guys to get to King Kong. And King Kong's like, I'm just waiting on my title fight. That's all I got to do. I got to fight the once a year. See, whereas Godzilla's got to work his way up. Now these two pieces I do want to be fairly warm. Okay, you got to make sure that the glue is dry, but also I want them warm and malleable because you can see this one rises up and this one has stuff going on with it, and this is still pretty flat. So I've got to change this flat shape into it's got to match up. And these are big, these are thick. This is very thick floor foam. This is like an old batch, I guess. So it's very thick. And that means you got to hit both sides. The thinner foam, you just hit one side, it's no problem. Okay. Hey, why don't you use the heat gun for a while?
It was, and you stole it.
I stole the heat gun while the Dakini was taking a wee-wee.
Gamera the flying spinning turtle gets no love.
Gamera. Not Gamera, Lexi. Gamera. Lexi apologizes to all of the people of Japan for screwing up their monster names.
It's funny because I watched a lot of anime as a kid too. You'd think I could pronounce Japanese.
Gamera. Okay, so this is like the eyes and it's starting on the mouth.
Mouth?
Mouth.
Mouth.
Yeah, any animal that somehow has rocket engine parts is really cool. He's a turtle, and all of his legs will suck up, and jet engines come out, and then that's what makes him spin. Yeah. Why he doesn't just vomit as soon as he lands, I don't understand. There's a lot of spinning. Maybe his head goes all the way into the center, and there's like a centrifuge. So while his body is spinning, his head is not spinning. Stranger things have happened.
Or maybe he's just a bam.
A bam?
Yeah. Badass MFer.
Badass.
Bam.
I think. Yeah, okay, so this has allowed me to figure it out. These two sides needed to go together. See, it's kind of like a puzzle.
But they're written in Allen.
They are written in Allen, which is an ancient, nigh undecipherable language. Remember the time I had a heat gun and I could use a heat gun to heat this up and stuff? Those were good times. Oh, look at heat gun. This one is pretty much shaped right, but I didn't screw it up, so I screwed up this one. I kind of want to build like a warming box where all your parts can sit, so they're all already warm.
So you just like turn on a heat gun and it...
Yeah, and it warms up the whole box, the whole tray.
I mean, you could put a heater on the table.
Yeah, but then like we're hot, It needs like a drawer.
It's the price you pay.
Think I blew a breaker? Oh, we have two heaters going because it's winter time. Luckily, I didn't blow a breaker over there. I'm going to go hit a breaker. I'll be right back, everybody. While I'm gone, Lexi's going to tell you a ghost story in the dark.
I'm afraid of the dark, you guys. I can still see your comments, though. Fun fact.
Yeah, because the TV is on a separate
See that wonderful
breaker.
TV computer setup we've got? Bedtime.
It's bedtime, is that what they said?
Keith said bedtime, good night. I think he was leaving, but
Okay.
It's appropriate. So, yeah.
That one time at haunt camp?
That one time at haunt camp. I don't think I've ever been to a haunt camp. I've been to Trans World. It's like, yeah, we don't have any clown masks, so you're good. And darkness falls in the dark of our crew. Well, Yeah, no, we're good. There's no more darkness.
Tell them a Transworld story, Lexi.
Oh, I don't know if I should do that.
Tell them a Transworld story.
I met Butch Patrick at Transworld. That was awesome.
Was he nice?
Oh my god, he was so sweet. He was just kind of sitting there awkwardly, just looking at people like, what did I get myself into? And I like fangirled because he's not only Eddie on the Munsters, but Mark on Lidsville.
What's Lidsville?
It's a Sid and Marty Krofft show.
Oh.
So he's in 2 formative shows of my childhood.
I see.
Lidsville is a show about sentient hats.
Sentient hats.
Yes. It's awesome.
There was a cartoon that Disney did called Johnny Fedora and Alice Bluebonnet. And I remember that from when I was a kid because Johnny Fedora loved Alice Bluebonnet. And she was for sale in a department store. And he was a homeless flat hat flying around in the wind. And every now and then the wind would carry him by. And one day she was sold.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, these were dwarves in giant mascot costumes.
What?
Dwarves in hat mascot costumes.
Dwarves and Eddie Munster.
Well, no, Eddie Munster was just dressed as himself. As a 70s kid.
And he hung out with dwarves.
Yeah.
And mascot costumes. But the mascot costumes were hats?
Hold on.
Yeah. Too much to explain. Let me sum up. Nothing in the head.
Oh, that's kind of fun. That's interesting.
This is like 2 minutes long. I'm watching the intro to Lidsville, apparently. So, he falls into Lidsville land with sentient hats.
Similar premise to Agent
A lot of drugs in the 70s, guys. Lots of drugs.
No, Sid and Marty Krofft still maintained that there were no drugs during the making of the show. You can't make a show on drugs. There might have been drugs after. It's a direct quote from them, too.
I see. So I don't know that.
That's the villain. The guy in the green face.
I see.
It's pretty awesome. It is 10:07.
I think your concept of awesome and my concept of awesome are different,
Probably.
and we can just agree to disagree on this one. Okay, so that's going to fit in there like that. Something I agree with this guy. See, because these angles should be the same,
They should be.
but they're not.
No.
So I traced both of these, so it's my. There's definitely something is a screwy.
Do you want to put this with the apocalypse masks?
Yes, please. All right, and it is late, so I'm actually going to keep working because that's my lot in life. Let's be honest. But I will abandon that. The hat is now dry. I'm going to finish putting together this snowman over here. What?
Jump.
High shelf.
That's my jumping noise.
Here's the top hat that Lexi made earlier. It does need some heat treatment to get this to flop right. And just this goes down in front is all. Well, it's meant for a snowman, not for a you.
Wait, hold on. Fits on my bun.
Put that down.
My drugs in the 70s was Planet of the Apes. I lost my little mind.
Oh, Planet of the Apes is
The
awesome.
first time I did acid, it's like, wow, it's a Sid and Marty Krofft production. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I've never done acid, but have you ever considered making a custom dust mask? I mean, a werewolf mask respirator would be awesome.
No, haven't.
My drugs were children's Tylenol.
I get that, but I figured, I don't know, I'm busy making monster masks. Not that that's not a good idea. Carburetor cleaner. Speaking of dust masks, I put mine on, about the airbrush.
Alright, I'm going to head out.
All right, homie, gate's open.
Okay, see you later.
See ya. Actually, when you leave, when you go out the gate, what gate are you going out of? Go out that
The
one.
one that's
Wait,
open?
never mind, just leave. That's fine. Things are fine.
Okay. Bye, YouTube.
YouTube says goodbye.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we are working over here. I have my respirator on. But it's not a respirator. It's a dust mat. It's a particle mask because I'm cleaning my airbrush. We'll clean my airbrush with carburetor cleaner. Okay. So you guys are pretty awesome. Apparently it's pretty dirty today. And that blue that I was using, it's got actual metal particles in it. That's the flake. It's flake paint. Okay. Once I think I've got that clean enough, pretty clean. I should be able to get fluid out of this. And now I have fluid coming out of that, so that tells me clean enough. Perfect. But I really just didn't want it to sit there and get bad, so. A little bit of carburetor cleaner on the table will help me clean this brush. Okay, brush is clean, ready to go. Hat is just about ready. I will heat gun the hat on the piece. My reference again. Fondian, where are you located? Like, what area of the country are you in? There's a lot of special effects artists, and I'm willing to bet that you could find one in your area to help you out. Let's go here. Pretty much the right angle right there. Nailed it. Okay. So I'm just going to put this on with clear silicone caulking. And I'm actually done using the airbrush for right now, so. All right. As far as caulking goes, this is actually pretty thick. So it comes out thicker than some other types of caulk. Okay. I'm going to just set that there, and that actually glues the hat on nicely. And if you look up in there and you see the glue, it just looks like ice. So that's cool. Okay. And this customer requested I did not put the berry sprig in there, which I think looks very frickin' festive. He didn't want that because he wants to put a Raiders logo there. Who knows? Now it's time for icicle-y goodness and then glitter. Glitter is fabulous. All right, so icicles happen. Yo. This caulking is meant to be used for gutters and sealant. It is a flexible, all-purpose, waterproof sealant. Adheres to wet surfaces, stays crystal clear, non-yellowing, clearer than silicone. So there's several different types of these. Some are for gutters. Right now, this stuff happens to just be a nice sealer. Once again, I'm putting down a bed, basically, for this. And if you do it right, you can save what came out and make one out of that. I'll reinforce that a little bit by just putting a little bit more there. Carry that over. This will be another one. Okay, so that's 4 icicles hanging off of that part. That's pretty good. I know I've got some icicles over here on this end. And I don't want anything on my tip when I put it up there. That could get kind of messy. And these I'm going to run along the hat. And then I actually have some on the other mask that are off of the brim over here. Again, I'll clean that tip off. I don't have a good icicle on there, so I want a clean tip. If you've got a good icicle, I'll use it. If you don't, then clean your tip off. You don't want a bad icicle already attached. Okay. And I do want to give this a stable base. I feel like it could just fall off the end of that hat. I don't want that. There we go. There was some icicles on the nose. This is just so crystal clear. You know, it works really well. See, it would be going the wrong direction, so you got to clean that tip off every time. And even I fall into the habit of maybe not doing that. And don't move the mask around while this has to cure. So I'm putting this on here. I'm not moving the mask around a lot. I want all these icicles to hang the same way where the natural flow would be for water. So let's do some more over here on this side. Put a lot up on top there. And some of these tips are a little bit too long. I'll go back once this is cured and just cut that with scissors. Picked up some Santa beard hair by accident. You don't want to put that on your snowman. Stuff's pretty thick. Okay. Now I have glitter. Glitter. I'm wondering if the glitter is fine enough to fit through this airbrush bottle. It may be. The good thing about these airbrushes, they don't exactly have the highest tolerances. So, you know, the holes are bigger than they need to be and that kind of thing. This is putting out some glitter. But not enough. I got to resort to the old shaker method. Putting out a tiny amount of glitter. And I need way more powerful glitter. You know what? Glitter isn't the evil that people think it is. Like ecologically, oh yeah, it's evil as heck because, you know, glitter goes everywhere, gets everywhere, stays everywhere. But as far as like being like craft herpes and whatnot, glitter has a pretty terrible name. I don't know. Yes, there'll be glitter around for a while. That happens. Okay, so now that I've got that set, I can blow away excess glitter with this. Is there really such a thing as excess glitter? That's a good question. Okay, but now this has the nice icy look that I wanted. This does dry pretty fast. However, I want too much. There we go. To cut those that are too long before they really dry in place. And these guys over here really lay down on the helmet, which I didn't want. You guys can't really see them, and I can't really move it. But I can get them off. But it's icy. It's icy. It's nice. It's clean. You know. Glitter is tough to get cleaned up. But you know what? So what? There's some flecks of glitter on the floor. Big deal. What you need glitter for, only glitter will do. Okay. Hello, Thuring Wethel 93. How are you? Okay, so that's expensive, ridiculous for a life cast. What area were you in? And fishing line makes what so much easier? I've used fishing line to run icicles before, but this stuff has enough body, and I don't want like super long icicles, so it seems like a step I don't necessarily have to do on this. I'm going to grab some glossifier, and now this whole guy gets glossifier. And my glossifier is on the other side of the room. Glossifier, glossifier, glossifier. Okay, the glossifier is going to make all of it look wet and shiny like snow, which I want, obviously. I want all this to look wet. because snow is wet. Snow is also water. So that gloss that he has, you want that. And I'm going to give this guy another coat in the morning of glossifier. So this is what I do. I come home from work, I come in the shop, and I work until, I don't know, 10:30, 11, because that's what I love to do. And yeah, I get to make monsters all day at work too, actually. Or at least design them, so other people can make them. That's fun. And I give them a hard time, but I am getting to a point with Lexi and Rob where I really feel like they're able to do a lot of things on their own. Like Lexi was able to hair a Krampus mask on her own last time. All right, so I have Plastidip Metallizer, and I don't, this is bright gold. Okay, I don't want bright gold. I thought this was Pearlizer. Oh, here's Pearlizer, look at that, right where I pointed the camera. Let's see what this does. I want to hit my door. I can tell there's some gold in there, but it's doing a little something. Not a lot. A little something, something. Now, what does Pearlizer do? It's about half empty, so I've used it on something. Oh, this is red. Red Pearlizer. I didn't just spray it on there, huh? So this in like with a blue would be nice. It's got a sparkle to it. It's got a, oh, you're not even looking. You guys should look where I'm spraying. That was probably my fault. You guys can't turn your heads. So that's probably all it's going to get, because I don't have anything else that's really going to do much different. Yeah, gold metallizer. I have no idea what that does or why I have so much of it. Neat. So, okay. Haven't seen, is the Pearlizer just a clear with it? Kind of. Yes, I don't see a lot of gold in that one that I put on there, though. I'll be honest with you. Has everyone seen Slender Man? Is it good? I haven't seen Slender Man yet. Search YouTube. I'm sure I saw a girl. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it yourself. Fondian, where are you again? I keep asking you that, and I keep losing it. The Demigorgon costume came out amazing, in all, if I say so myself. I'm really happy with how it came out and how it looked. So I'm pretty thrilled with it. I want to do an icicle on this side of those too. Yeah, it's on both sides on the other one. The nose only has icicles on one side. You're in Orlando. I have some friends in Orlando. Let me see if any of them have any time to help you with a headcast. I'll put a. Are we friends on Facebook, Fondian? Fondian? There we go. Because I did a little bit more of that, I actually have to do a little more. Boy, this is a nice big one. And now a public service message from Batman. I don't smell. My friend posts that every year. He's a Batman fan. And I laugh every year. Funny. All right, so that's a snowman that we knocked out tonight. These guys are not cured, but they're not as sticky as they once were. They will firm up a little bit. Yeah, that's a blue glitter that I put on, which is this is extra fine glitter. I got it from Hobby Lobby. Treehouse Studio is the company name. Okay. Acting was bad and the music was bad. So, Fondian, Kevin Hill on Facebook. We are friends. Okay, great. Shoot me a message. Okay, and I will. Shoot me a message and I'll try and find you a helper in Orlando to do a headcast for you. So, that's that. This is my goal for tonight. Now, the back of his head I saw was a little bit not as blue as I would like it to be with this metallic blue ink. This stuff is beautiful. So I'm going to hit this with it a little bit on the back of the head. Because I just feel like that's a very white plane. I'll need a pin because that hasn't been cleaned in a while. Look, a pin, perfect. There we go. Took a while. That was a very dirty tip. I don't know that I didn't just pull the clog right back. Oh, nope. Okay, now an icier snowman. Hasn't been long, but I can still hit a little more glossifier on this. So what you have to watch out for, some materials, they off-gas because they have to, when they put these in a can, basically, what they're doing is they're putting a agent in there which keeps them a liquid. Well, that agent evaporates very fast, and that's why spray paint dries faster than regular paint. So the agent in there just evaporates fast. So with that evaporating fast, it ends up to where it's releasing gas for a while. So you put 2 layers on top of each other. The bottom layer is releasing gas, and that causes bubbles in your top layer. Don't do yellow snow. That's right, no yellow snow. I think that the evil Frosty would have a yellow snow hand just to touch people with it, because they know what's going on with it. All right, so this is our evil snowman. Ta-da! I really think he needs like a red band on his hat, but he doesn't want that. Maybe I'll find like some Raiders ribbon and put a Raiders band on there. That's what I'll do. But, so anyway, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and shut down for the evening. You guys rock. Have a great night. And I will talk at you later. Go make stuff.